Welcome everyone to episode 3 of Br0wn. Today I have a very special guest here. He goes by Br0wn. Br0wn, how are you?
Hi everyone, I'm doing pretty okay today. How about
Good.
you?
Good. I'm awesome today too. Thank you so much for asking. Br0wn, you are a Super Smash Bros. Player for the organization. And the first question I want to ask you is how did you board the boat of 16-bit esports? How did you become part of the organization?
All right, so this goes a bit back, all the year to 2018. So this was I had just gotten out of high school, and in order to afford college, I needed a job. And one of the places that I could drive to at a reasonable distance and commute easily, and it was beginner level position was UPS, and I worked there for about a month or so when a coworker of mine got hired there. His name was Ben, and Ben was my coworker buddy there. He was me and him. We were tight. We worked this same section of the building together. It was great, and he was talking to me one day. He knew I liked video games, and he knew I played a lot of fighting games. And he was like, "Hey, I have a friend from high school or from no college buddy. I
Hmm.
have a friend who I went to college with. His name's Andrew, and he lives in Japan, and he's starting an esports organization. And I know you play fighting games a lot, so I brought your name up to him, and you can message him on Facebook. And after work, I messaged him on Facebook. I said, "Hey, Ben talked to me about you. I'd be interested in joining." And they're like, "Sure." Me and Elvire, the other owner, are gonna hop in a Smash arena with you, and we'll see what you can do. And this was about a month after Smash Ultimate had come out, so
Mm.
that's what we were playing, and I sauced those two guys, unstoppable. That was back when I was playing Dr. Mario 2. Great times.
Hmm.
And they said, "Perfect, you're what we want." And I've been with this organization ever since.
And just like to give people a scale of how long you've been with 16-bit esports, show us the jersey you've got on. You've got the
Oh, yeah.
original. You've got the OG logo of
I'm a dinosaur.
right of the 16-bit esports. I barely even remember that jersey, but I do remember that logo from I think 2 years ago. Is
Hmm.
when we still used that logo. So that
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of brings into place like how long you've been with us. I believe you're one of the first players we ever reached out to be part of 16-bit esports.
I think some of the League of Legends people might have been here before me, but uh, I don't know how many of them all are still here from that first wave. And but yeah, uh, Andrew Attilio always calls me the longest to be here, so
Right.
I'll consider that it.
So knowing that like you're finally with 16-bit esports and you've been a part of artwork for so long, but going back a bit, like what games influenced you the most maybe in your childhood, to just keep being a gamer and then eventually getting into competitive games? What are some of your most favorite games growing up?
Gotcha. Okay, so I gotta thank my parents for that. My parents were always kind of on the side gamers. Like growing up, through childhood, we had our N64, and we had Mario Kart, which was a fun one always. I got pretty okay at that. Mario 64 was, I think, the first game I ever beat in full. I was 4,
Mm,
so
wow.
that was a pretty great one. I think one of my favorite ones going back, though, to all of those games is probably Dr. Mario on the 64, because I remember my parents would beat me at that game. That was the one game they could beat me at.
Hmm.
I was like, "Yo, I'm out of my field here," and that game has held up tremendously. And I, of course, I had a few PC games too. One of my favorite ones from the PC back then was Backyard Hockey,
Oh,
the
wow.
entertainment one. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember all
Those
those
games
backyard
were great.
games. They had all the sports and
Oh yeah.
stuff.
I think I still have my copy up on the shelf somewhere. I could go dig it up. Hold on.
Okay. I'm holding on.
There we go. I got to make this a little interactional. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that.
Wow, for PC and everything.
Oh yeah, this thing is on disc. They
That's a
don't have
throwback.
this company's out of business.
Dang.
Sweet props. All right.
Yeah.
They hired me for fighting games, so I should probably talk about that a bit. So the first fighting game I got into, besides very casual Super Smash Brothers, was always it was Street Fighter 4,
Mm.
because that was kind of the entryway for like a lot of people. They call us the 09ers because just a bunch of new kids showed up in 2009 when that game came out. It was that
Yeah.
big a change, and of course I picked it up and I was like, yo, this game is sweet. Started watching some tournament footage for it on YouTube and fell in love. Started playing every fighting game I could since then, and that's how it's been.
And Street Fighter 4, that game was able to reach out to just a lot of different people of different ages because of all of its re-releases too. Like I remember
Oh yeah.
it came out on the 3DS too, and that opened up
Oh
the
boy.
opportunity for a lot of people to play it. And it kept getting
Street Fighter. Oh boy.
it kept getting bigger and bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of games do you play now?
Oh, what games have I been doing recently? My quarantine hobby has been I've been playing a survival Minecraft world for
Mm.
like the first serious time. Like back when I started Minecraft, that was like right when they'd added like redstone. It's been a bit, and I realized I'd never sat down and actually played a legit world. So I'd been working on that. I have all of my younger friends telling me all the new stuff they've added, just so I don't mess anything up. Uh, Speaking of Street Fighter 4, I've been hopping back into Ultra Street Fighter 4 a bit. It's been fun exploring some of the characters I didn't use as much back in the day.
Mm.
Of course, Smash has been around. The online is a little suspect, but
Mm.
just about everyone on planet Earth plays it. So,
Right.
it's a very good social game. So, those have been what I've been playing recently. I did a Pokemon Soul Silver playthrough again recently. That was a fun one.
Always is.
Oh yeah, the story about that one is I always on the route, like the second route from the start, there's a rare chance of finding Geodudes, and I always forget that I use Geodude every single playthrough.
Mm.
And you better believe this last one, I used another Geodude.
Hey, some things never change.
Mm-hmm. Gotta remind myself better next time.
Right. So kind of going back to 16-bit esports, what are some of your personal goals as a competitor that you would like to achieve maybe in 2021 and even beyond 2021?
Personal goals. I'd like to, when all of this quarantine mess is over, I'd like to get going back to locals and start
Mm.
getting a few more good people to my name, sort of, I'd like to get a few more quality wins with how much I've been practicing recently. And, if in the fighting game community, it's kind of a make a name for yourself sort of game where it's like, hey, I think I've heard of this guy before. I think he's beaten, this person. And, kind of get your foot in the door competitively a little bit. So I'd like to get a few more quality wins, see what I can do from there,
Yeah, I think you can do it. Good luck.
I sure hope.
So do you do any Twitch streaming or streaming on YouTube or anything like that?
I do not, but that is certainly something I am investigating. I think once all of this settles down and free time after college, all of that works itself out, that's certainly something I'd be up to doing. There's a lot of games I think people would enjoy watching that I have. So, yeah, I upload things to YouTube every now and then.
Oh, sweet. Well, we'll be sure to plug your YouTube somewhere in the interview for sure, so people can check that out. So basically wrapping up here, is there anything you want to say to the 16-bit esports supporters?
If I meet any of you in fighting game matchmaking, I apologize in advance.
That's some fighting words, my dude.
Oh boy, it's all I have.
He woke up today and chose violence.
I'm into that.
Well, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to come talk with me today, and
Of course. Thank you for having me.
thank you. Yeah, just giving a good chance for the 16-bit supporters to kind of know our players a little bit better. This is the first time I've ever interviewed a player, so hopefully they'll get to know you a little bit. And
It's an honor.
yeah, thank you so much for just popping on here. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this interview today. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you like the video, click the like button, and comment below if you have any questions for Brown here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Bye!